So today what we're going to talk about is how to decompress the spine and what the indicators are. You'll see on Ricky here, he is off into the left frontal plane. Come on over here. Okay, so you can just see where he is for the post. He's sitting about 15 pounds on the left. He's got an anterior pelvis here, and he's got a right head tilt. All right. So he's definitely a compression on this side. So we're going to release this compression first, and that's what we're going to go do. He's a left anterior. We're going to put him left side up, and we're going to drop his head out, and then we're going to see where he's at. So come with me, Ricky. So really important to make sure that the head drops out, but it's not dropped out to the point where he's hanging off a cliff. You just want to close. In this case, we have left side up, so what we're doing is we're checking by dropping the head. We're checking the circular pathway on the other side, so we're checking the right circular pathway. He was left anterior, so we want to set up on the right posterior. So we're going to drop the head, okay? He's made contact, okay? We're going to posterior rotation. We're going to create a tension here to allow that force to travel through, and we're going to push this forward here, okay? And then we're going to come in as a left anterior. And I'm going to go A to P, A to P, A to P, A to P, and then I'm going to come down, I'm going to get under it because we're decompressing. I to S, 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 A to P, and then the pathway just relaxes. Now we're checking them. We decompress the left side, and we want to see where we're at. All right. Did the head tilt come out? Just because it can. Did the rotation in the pelvis come out? If you do not get the rotation out in the pelvis, then you're not decompressing them enough. Or is there a decompression on the opposite side? Especially with the right head tilt, he can have compression on this side as well. So you have to possibly decompress both sides. So where we're ending up right now is from 15 pounds on the left, he's gone down to 9.8. The twist of a 9 has gone down to a 1. So we have decompressed him. So notice he still has a right head tilt. So what we're going to do now is we're going to place him right side up. We're going to get the head tilt out. It's going to help us with the left weight. Check the right circular pathway, which is coming down the left side. Bring it around. Bring the whole body upright and check that pathway. Access that pathway. Remove the resistance and see if he's on 0. Okay, so come on down. Right side up. And we're going to drop the head the same way. This time we're checking the left anterior side. So we're going to make sure we make good contact on the other side without hanging him off the cliff. I like lifting the head and letting it relax on there. Making sure that this is going up. We get to the end point, but not beyond the physiological end point of the range of motion of the lateral flexion on the other side. We're going to tuck the chin. We're going to tension it, and we're going to push that right hip backwards, okay, because it was posterior, so we're going to get it to go anterior. Excuse me, posterior. Thank you. Because he was P to A on that side, so we're checking the left anterior, and I'm going to come in here right posterior. I'm going to come P to A here, P to A, 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 P to A. Still not clear. Until you feel it relax, making sure you're behind the resistance. I could feel the resistance, I'm getting behind it, and just coming through it very lightly. You could see that barely touch the skin and just come through it. Okay, that cleared. Now I'm going to check I to S. You see how I change my position and I get under it, and it's more of a P to A, I to S motion. Just slicing down on it, nice and light, nice and light, nice and light, and come on up. Okay, and this should be a 2-for-1 here. We should get the head tilt out. Are you playing?
Yeah.
This should be a head tilt here. I mean, this should be a 2-for-1. We get the head tilt out with the weight differential. The rotation already came out, so we decompressed them, and we'll check it out right now. Now, ideally, we'd love to have him on the right side. His misalignment generally is about 27 pounds on the left with a large rotation up in the 8-9s, and that's where he came in today. He didn't come in as much with the frontal plane. So if I can put him on the right side with no rotation, easy peasy. His pelvis is -3. He still has 2.2 on the left. I'm going to have you take a walk up. If you get the rotation out, the frontal plane is going to come to center. All right, most likely. All right, most of the time. I've checked both circular pathways. If it wouldn't come out here, I could place him left side up and give him a bump. But at 2.2 pounds and no twist or -3 in the twist, I'm just going to get him to walk and let the muscles catch up to Russell Friedman. It looks much more on center. You can see he's actually off to the right side.
Yeah.
It looks good. Okay, so now he's reading 12 pounds on the right. So the whole body, bent over to the left side, rotated here, head turned. We got this up first, got the compression out, brought the head up to center, 2 for 1, the whole thing came to center, and he's actually put 12 pounds on the right, which means you've totally sprung the thing to decompression. The twist is out and the whole thing's unspiraled. That's it.